Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your week ahead reading for the week of May 29th. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising signs to get a more well-rounded perspective. And if you're interested in a personal reading or a Patreon page, feel free to check out the description box below for links to that. We're starting out with a little bit different this week. Along with the cards, I have also pulled a rune. And let's go ahead and start with the rune. The rune I have pulled for you is the Thursaz rune. And I feel like, for whatever reason, I wanted to say thirsty. So there's an element of thirst that's coming in with this. But the other part of that is the actual rune itself, which is usually corresponds with the idea of a thorn poking through. And what I was feeling right away whenever I first pulled the cards in this rune and I was getting ready to hit record, just from that immediate hit, that energy or element that I felt immediately was this need to burst a bubble. There's something that you are existing in. There's an element or something that you're holding to, and it's not quenching your thirst, so to speak, and you need to burst a bubble so that you can break free of whatever this is, so that you can get to what is that feels more nurturing, more nourishing than what you're experiencing right now. So this is coming through with a thorn aspect, a poking through, a bursting of, like I said, the first term that came when I saw this rune was you need to burst your own bubble. So there's something that you are staying within, or you have been within, whether you're aware of it or not. And it has created a bubble that you're residing in, and you need to break through that. You need to burst through that. The Four of Pentacles is coming in, and I can't help but notice how this person is just, there's a sense of lack that's coming through with this imagery, a sense of not having, even though, you know, the person's clothes are nice clothes, the bag already feels like there's a sense that there's something in the bag. So I'm not sure if the person is putting things from the bag into the box or getting ready to take stuff out of the box to put in the bag, but there's not a sense of happiness. Whether the person is stealing from this person who owns this particular chest, or if they're just at a point where they're hoarding unnecessarily because everything doesn't look ragged, it doesn't look forlorn, everything looks like it's in good condition, but that state of stockpiling, that state of hoarding, that state of always feeling like they have to always make decisions from a point of survival is what I'm getting from this particular imagery. And so again, that when you correlate that with this particular rune and that statement that I first said about needing to burst your bubble, that element or that existence, you're living in a state of being that is actually secluding you or has created its own bubble around you, and you're missing out on things. Is it good to be prepared? Yes. Is it good to have a bit of a stock in regards to whatever it is, be it money or goods or whatever? Yes. There's nothing wrong with being cautious. There's nothing wrong with being prepared in some regard. But if that is your entirety of your existence, you've created a bubble of survival mode that may not be necessary. It might be to a point of extreme that's actually not benefiting you. It's actually creating a sense of thirsting for more, which is where the thirst comes in that I felt. So overall, you need to burst through this bubble. You've created a scenario, you've created a reality, you've created a bubble of existence that's continuing to feed itself, but it's not as nurturing as you might think, and it's not as necessary as you might think. Again, there's nothing wrong with being prepared. There's nothing wrong with storing to a certain point or certain period. You know, the idea of being prepared and storing for the future has been part of us for as long as we can remember, you know, not just from the food perspective from ancient times, but also in the current time period. You know, we pay into retirement for that same reason. We have money taken out and we agree to the social security system for that same reason. It is a stockpiling for a future event or a future point of our life period. So there's nothing wrong with a sense of preparedness, but the sense of preparedness that you're engaging in, however that applies, food, money, love, relationship, clothing, like however this applies, you need to burst through that bubble a little bit. It's becoming constructive and confining, and you're not existing to your full potential. Should you adhere or listen to this, what we have as a possible future for you is the Princess of Wands. It might not be something that you relate with at the end or at this point in time of week, because Depending on how confining and how tough that bubble is, it might take a little bit of work. So you might not see this week, but you can start to lay the groundwork for this as a potential near future. We have the Princess of Wands, and there's just this sense of security and action that and existence that's happening, engaging with the world instead of hovering on the floor in the corner of your house. This person is outside, engaging with nature, barefoot, still has the nice clothes, taking the action that needs to be taken, participating in what is happening outside. And I feel like this is a call, as well as letting you know that this can be a future for you. So it's a call in the sense that you got to start participating with what is happening outside, but also letting you know that that sense of being connected and feeling whole, instead of feeling that lack or thirst that you may be existing, it is potential, but you got to make some changes. You got to burst through that bubble and create a new path for you that allows you to be engaging externally and feeling bliss and happiness from this connections that's outside of the bubble that has been housing you for however long you've been residing within it. All right, Scorpio, that is all I have for you this week. I hope this has made sense for you. I hope you have a beautiful week, and we will see you in a future video.